All right, guys, I'm going to put a link to this in the description box below. It is San Bernardino County's COVID update for May 6th, 2020. Now, apparently, they've given us some updated numbers and some other things that I'm going to go through. I don't know that I'll go through the whole thing. It's pretty lengthy, but I will put a link to this in the description box below. And if you want to read it and look at what San Bernardino County looks like, or if you live in San Bernardino County or work in San Bernardino County, you can click that link and look at the COVID update for May 6, 2020. And before you do that, I want you to say 5 times San Bernardino County. Just say it 5 times without stopping. So here we go. I'm going to do this now. After I get through with this, some of you will know a little bit more about why I'm out there filming the law enforcement officers, why I film public officials, why I'm out there recording. This is why I do it, and I'm going to expound on that before I'm done. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, but let's jump into it. San Bernardino County gives us the daily stats of COVID. As of today, they have 2,432 confirmed cases, which is up 4.4% from the previous day. 104 deaths, which is up 3% from the previous day, and 26,006 have been tested. That's up 6.5% from the previous day. So for more statistics from COVID-19 surveillance dashboard, you can click the desktop they have here or the mobile tab on the county's sbcovid19.com website. So for a complete list of upcoming testing locations and links, go to the bottom of this that I'm going to put the link to in the description box. You go to the bottom of that. For today's daily update, it'll give you a list of upcoming testing locations if you reside or work in the area and in San Bernardino County and want to go get tested. They talk about tips for face coverings in hot weather. It's not enjoyable to wear it, but they say wear fabric that will let you breathe and let the air in. Hot weather doesn't mitigate is what they're saying. I'm just trying to read this without making this an hour and a half video. But I will say this, if you're walking by yourself or standing by yourself out in the middle of nowhere, like you're in a store parking lot, or you're walking down the sidewalk and like you're the only one, there's nobody else, you can pull your mask down and let your face breathe. The coronavirus that they say is spreading isn't going to spread so far as to get to the next guy down the street. Somebody has to be in your vicinity to actually, be susceptible to getting infected. or is that the right word, susceptible? But to risk getting infected, you have to be around people. So if there's people around you, put your mask on or your face covering at that point. But they do talk here about wearing it in hot weather. Be smart when wearing a face cover. They say when alone, it's unnecessary to have it, but always have it when you leave your home. Now, that's the other thing, too. We just had a lady in the store. One lady didn't have her mask on, and it's fine. Hey, I'm not going to harp on it, but another lady who did have her mask on started going off on her, said, F you, and was flipping and was going off and screaming at her and saying, you have no respect for anybody. I was like, wow, she ain't got her mask on, so what? She should have had one on, but she didn't, and that's fine. That's her comfort level, is that she didn't want to wear it. Okay, I don't have anything against her not wearing a mask, just as the same as people shouldn't have anything against me wearing one. But they do talk about that. I'm just going to hit the headlines here. They talk about using breathable material that you can breathe through, cotton, wool, no good in the summer, but cotton, some type of synthetic fabric, more comfortable than synthetic fabrics. Yeah, you want cotton fabrics. Anyway, moving on. Check your fit. Make sure it fits. If it's too loose, like mine keeps falling over my schnoz here. But make sure it fits you. It's a neck gaiter, so I can always just pull it up. If I pull it up in the back, it usually stays over my nose. But don't get ones that are so tight you can't even breathe in them. Bring extra masks or extra face coverings. Limit how long you're going to wear it. And remember your skin, because moisture and sweat and the salt from the sweat and your body can irritate your skin, and over time you can get a rash. So be careful with that as well. Moving on. I know I'm trying not to ramble, but man, there's just so much here. It's like a 7-course meal that I'm trying to, give you a light snack in, Now here's what I wanted to get to. They said 7 of 12 COVID positive sheriff's employees have now recovered. A 7th San Bernardino County Sheriff's employee, a nurse assigned to corrections, has returned to work after recovering from COVID-19. The department anticipates additional employees affected by the virus will return to work within the next few weeks. 12 sheriff's employees have tested positive so far. And it doesn't tell you, other than that nurse, it doesn't tell you who they are, what positions they're in. I'm curious to know if any of those 12 were deputies who were in the field. And among those ones, which of those didn't have their mask on and then all of a sudden tested positive for COVID-19. You see. But they said 7 have recovered. That means 5 are still pulling through with a positive COVID test. And again, I'm curious to know if any of those are badged deputies who were out in the field with no mask and then all of a sudden came down positive on a positive test with COVID. I harp on them. Now you know why I harp on these badge deputies that are out here on these calls with no mask. And I say, COVID Charlie, right there. That's COVID Charlie. That's why I say it, because 12 of them got sick. Now we know 11 of them among the 11 could have been some deputies. The one was a nurse, of course. But I want to know, because if you're out there as a deputy with no mask, you've already got 12 people in your department that came down with positive COVID tests. What, are you going to be the 13th? Or are you going to cause the 14th and the 15th? And as you infect the dispatcher and the, deputies in the jail at CDC, and it just goes on and on and on. It's a ripple effect. That's why when you're out in the field, if you're alone or if you're talking to other deputies, fine, I don't care. You're talking to your coworkers. But when you're talking to Joe Blow, who you're, going to arrest, or you're making an arrest, or you're making a traffic stop, or you're going to write a citation and hand it to somebody, mask up, face covering on, because you could get infected by somebody that is infected. Or in turn, if you are infected and aren't sure of it yet or don't know it yet, you could infect them. They go home and infect their families, who infect people at the store, who infect their families, who infect other people at another store, who infect their families, and this fucking thing ain't never going to stop. Is that plain English? So that's why I harp on deputies when I see them with no mask, or San Bernardino Police Department. I mean, I think out of 500 San Bernardino police officers, probably 4 are wearing masks, I think. I don't know. I've seen so many with no mask. But yet we have 2,432 confirmed COVID cases, with 104 deaths. And San Bernardino Police Department, they're over there walking around with no masks. I've seen a couple deputies in Yucaipa with no mask. I seen the sergeant with her officers in Highland Station, and she got all pissed off at me because I called her out on it. Well, why don't you go talk to those 5 people of the 12 that are still trying to recover and say, I'm sorry I wasn't wearing my mask out there in the field. I apologize that you're sick. That's why I harp on you officers. It's not because I want to bust you out or make you look bad or say, look at this cop. It's because people are getting sick and 104 people have died. That's why I harp on you guys about masks and face coverings. It's not because I'm trying to bust out the cops and say, look at these cops, man. See, I got you on camera, cop. No, it's about saying you're not being safe. You're not taking precautions out here in the field dealing with the public to ensure the safety of other people's health. Did I say that right? I'm going to have to go back and listen to that. But that's what it's all about, is ensuring that when the deputies are out there or the police officers are out there talking to the public, you're ensuring that the health and safety of the citizens of this county are being cared for and being considered. Not, I don't care if I get them sick. Like that one, what city was that? Where that cop walks through all the people going, fucking idiot. So, I'm sorry for the language, but I'm passionate about this. I'm so passionate I hit my mic. No, I'm very passionate about this. People are dying. People are getting sick. That AMR guy over at St. Bernardine's, have fun. Fun? This is fun to you? Picking up people and watching them die? No. This is a very, very serious matter. Now, don't go unsubscribing, all of you scandemic believers, okay? Just talk to me about it. I'll have a discussion with you. Because some people have made some good points that this could be a scandemic or government-controlled, whatever. People made some good points. It's just that I believe the way I believe. I'm taking the precaution to wear a face covering. I believe that there is COVID-19. I believe that people are getting sick and people are dying. I believe that way. You believe differently? That's fine. I'm not going to knock you for it. I'm not going to tell you you're stupid or say you're a sheep. I'm going to say you believe differently than me. Present some facts or present some statistics where I can go, might have a point. But some of the people who have commented to me can't do that. They go, you fucking idiot, I hate you. I'm unsubscribing from you right now. Okay, bye. Because I only want people watching me that are able to have a discussion, have a conversation about it. Now, they do have testing locations here. There's a lot of them. And it starts from May 4th through May 11th. And it just goes down. Of course, this is May 6th. But they do have on there May 7th, May 8th, May 11th. Okay. There's state testing locations at Victor Valley College. I guess the other ones are county. I don't know. But they said a state testing location is in Victor Valley College. That's up in Victorville, California. So that's all I got here. There's a whole lot, guys. Oh, it's in Spanish too. Estaris. I can't say that. But it's in Spanish. So if hablas español solamente, here you go. Thank you, guys. I appreciate all of you for watching this Community Leo Watch, watching Leos, that's law enforcement officers from coast to coast. And for those officers, deputies, police officers, CHP, and all of them who get what I'm doing and appreciate what I'm doing. I mean, I'm not right all the time, and sometimes I am a prick. But for those who do know what I'm doing and say, well, I know what he's doing. He's cool. Thank you. I appreciate you because you're probably the one that's doing the right thing and following policy and following the Constitution. Thank you. For those officers and deputies and so forth that are like, you know what? You got to break the law to catch lawbreakers. Well, that's the mentality of do as I say, not as I do. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you later.